Okay, the second half of this mini lab exercise on friction has to do with static friction, and what I'm going to do is use a similar setup to what I had for kinetic friction. In this case, however, we're going to measure the coefficient of static friction. In order to measure the coefficient of static friction, I'm going to refer to, once again, one of the examples that I performed in lecture. This was the example that I performed right after introducing the empirical properties of static friction. You can easily measure the coefficient of static friction by measuring the angle on an inclined plane at which the object will slip. Okay, so I'm once again using a paper clip here, much like I did for kinetic friction earlier, and I have it right now at rest here sitting on the incline. Basically, all that I have to do is move the incline upwards. I'll do so by means of this ring stand until the paper clip slips. Then I'm going to try to keep the incline still at that value of the angle of inclination. I'll use a protractor then to measure that angle, and then from the problem that I performed in lecture, the coefficient of static friction is equal to the tangent of the angle at which the paper clip will slip. Okay, so let me go ahead and do this slowly. So I need to unclamp my ring stand a little bit like so, and now I'm going to very slowly raise it like this until the paper clip slips. Like so. Okay, so let me go ahead then and screw this in place. And now what I have to do is I have to use my protractor here to once again measure the angle of inclination. Okay, so doing so carefully, like so, it's about I'd say about 31 or 32 degrees. We'll say 31 degrees. Like so. And now I'm going to go ahead and just find the tangent of that angle. Okay, so the tangent of the angle of 31 degrees works out to be about 0.6 or so. That then is equal to the coefficient of static friction between the paper clip and the board below. So go ahead and be creative with this laboratory exercise. Once again, you need a long inclined plane of some sort and an object that will then eventually slip on the incline. You may need to enlist the aid of a family member here to slowly raise the board as I just did here, and then you'll have to measure the angle of inclination at which the object slips by using a protractor.